In the diagram below, PQ is 4 cm and TS is 6 cm. If the area of parallelogram PQTU is 32 cm square, find the area of trapezium PQRU, and you're given these options. So let's go over that again. If PQ is 4 cm, so this is P and this is Q here. So we are told that the length from P to Q is 4 cm. That is, from P to Q is 4 cm. And TS is 6 cm. Well, here is T and here is S. So we are told that from here to here, that is from T to S, is 6 cm. So from here to here is 6 cm. And if the area of the parallelogram PQTU is 32 cm square, well, this is the parallelogram here, the parallelogram PQTU. That is this parallelogram here. If the area of this parallelogram here is 32 cm square, now we are told to find the area of PQRU. So the area of PQRU, well, this is PQRU here. We want to find the area of this parallelogram. Now, before I begin to solve this, I want to begin by filling all these empty spaces here. Now, what you observe is that in this triangle you have 3 different kinds of arrows, and I'm going to explain what they mean. Now, for the first kind of arrow you have here, you can see here you have just one arrow here. You can see this is one arrow and this is one arrow. So this implies that this line is parallel to this line. That's what it implies. Now you'd observe that here you have two arrows. Now this implies this line is parallel to this line, and here you have 3 arrows. So this implies this line here is parallel to this line. So they decided to use 3 different kind of arrows so that you do not confuse by thinking these 2 arrows here is parallel to 3 arrows. So the 2 corresponds to 2, 3 corresponds to 3, and 1 corresponds to 1. Now from here, since this line here is parallel to this line, is parallel to the line from here to here, so that simply implies that since we know that this is a parallelogram, so this PQ TU, since we know this is a parallelogram, so that implies that here also has to be 4 cm. That is, from here to here must be 4 cm, and then similarly from here to here must also be 4 cm. So that implies that the total length from here down to TR is going to be 4 plus 6 plus 4, and 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 4, that's going to be 14 cm. So this is the total length from here to here. That's from R to U. Now let's go back to the question. It says find the area of a trapezium PQRU. So we want to find the area of this trapezium PQRU. Now, how do we find the area of a trapezium? Now you recall, if you have a trapezium, there's a general formula for finding the area of a trapezium, and that is if from here to here, is A, and from here to here is B, and assuming that the height of this trapezium here, assuming the height is H, now we know that the area of a trapezium, that is the area of this figure here, is just simply half into A, that is the sum of the base and the top, the length of the base and the top, A plus B, then multiplied by the height of the trapezium multiplied by H. So this is the formula for finding the area of a trapezium. But then when you look at the trapezium we have here, we know that this is 4, which is representing A. We know that this is 14, which is representing B. But then how do we find the height? So we do not know what the height is, so we don't know the height. Alright, now to find the height, we are going to lay credence to the information we are given in the problem statement. Now let's go back to the problem. It says if the area of the trapezium PQTU, so the area of the trapezium PQTU, the area of the parallelogram PQTU is 32 cm square. So PQTU, so the area of this parallelogram here is 32 cm square. Now we're going to use this information to find the height. Now to find the area of a parallelogram, the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So this is the formula for finding the area of a parallelogram, and we have been given the area to be 32 centimeters square. So the area is 32 centimeters square equals the base of the parallelogram. Now if you look at this parallelogram here, this is the base here. The base is 4. So the base is 4 times the height. Now this is the height here. The height is h, which we do not know. So this is h. So that is 32 equals 4 times h. So to find h, I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Divide by 4. And this implies that your h is going to be 32 divided by 4, which is 8 centimeter. So now we've used this information to find the height, and now we know that the height is 8 centimeter. So I can now go back and find the area of the parallelogram PQRU. So let's leave the parallelogram now. Sorry, the area of the trapezium PQRU. So using the formula we have here, it says that the area equals half times, so what is my A? My A is 4. That's going to be 4 plus, what is my B? My B is 14. This is my B here, 14. So now we can close that, and then our height. So what's our height? Our height is 8. We've just derived that below. So the height is 8. So this is just going to be half times 4 plus 14. That is 18 times 8. And 2 here, 1. And 2 in 18 is going to give you 9. So you have 9 times 8. And 9 times 8 is 72 centimeters square. So this is your area. The area of the parallelogram is 72 centimeters square.